Oh, hey, gang.
Hey!
I'm sorry. Yes. Welcome to the Sports Office. This episode of the Sports Office is brought to you by the Michigan Army National Guard. You can learn more at nationalguard.com/MI. Welcome to the Sports Office.
What was that in your hands, Woody? What were you looking at?
I'm sorry.
I don't know what that was.
For you young fans out there, that was a newspaper. You young fans out there. I'm in here tonight with Rich Luderman, Fox 2 Weather Authority. I'm in here with Greg Canner, Fox 2 Sports Producer. Of course, we have tons of stuff to talk about. We got a special guest tonight coming in at some time. We got Tommy over here. Let's say hi to Tommy because he's the guy. He's the guy who brings in everybody from the Zooms and all that kind of stuff.
QR code.
You guys can hit the QR code. You can see it right down there, and the number that's across the bottom of the screen. Type that in, and you can join in on our conversation. All right, guys, where do we want to start?
Well, our guest is working on it right now.
That's okay. You know what? We can bring him in a little minute. While we can start the chat with maybe something else. Rich,
Big Ten basketball.
Let's go there. Big Ten basketball. It's a big week for both Michigan and Michigan State.
They're playing each other on Friday evening. That game is on Fox, Greg.
Yes, it is.
I mean, that's going to be must-see television. The game is in East Lansing. A lot of people are going to be watching that game.
What do you think about what we've seen so far from both of the teams? I mean, Michigan right now looks to be like world beaters the way they're going out there and taking down everybody.
Well, they're not winning by 30 against everybody anymore as they were early in the season. However, the Big Ten is a grind, and what's been most impressive is last night against Nebraska. Great game.
Yeah.
Nebraska came out. I mean, it was 50-48 at halftime. Guys are hitting shots all over the place. Michigan didn't play great and still found a way to win against a team that was 20-0 coming into the game. So even when they don't play their best, they're still beating teams.
Sometimes I look at the season and it's like there has to be a little bit of magic to go along with a team. Are we seeing maybe a little bit of the magic sprinkled on both Michigan and Michigan State maybe?
I mean, you got to have
Certainly
that.
not Penn State.
No. They're bottom dwellers. But Michigan and Michigan State, I mean, you got to have that special mojo,
right?
You know, to get into the Big Ten championship game or to get into the Sweet 16. You got to have special mojo, and I think both teams have it.
I have to give head coach Dusty May a little bit of credit because I did not expect this much success from him this early with the Michigan Wolverines, but he's certainly bringing it out right now, and this team is great.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing, and he's built the team in this era the way you need to build a team. He's gotten portal guys, he's gotten some young guys coming out of high school, and everything has meshed. So many of these teams, it's like a crapshoot. You're going out and you're like, I hope these guys gel with these guys, and he just found a team. And Tom Izzo is Tom Izzo. He gets guys to play. They're not as flashy. They're not beating teams by a ton, but he found a way to win at Rutgers last night. And Rutgers, not a great team, but on the road there, tough place to play, and they found a way even though they played poorly.
Hey, did you guys hear that little bell ring? Did you?
I heard that. I did.
You know what that means?
Is that new?
means there's somebody in the Zoom room.
Oh.
Let's go see who's Tommy's got. Tommy, who do you got?
We got Jeff Rieger.
Jeff Rieger. Oh, my goodness. Let's bring him on in. Hello, Jeff Rieger.
There
How are
he
you? Hey, are those the palatial studios of 97.1 The Ticket?
They are. Do you want me to show you around? Here we go.
I would love
We'd love a tour. Woo!
That's a great tour. That's fantastic.
Hey, hold on a second, guys. You might recognize this individual. Hold on, please. I have a special guest for you.
Okay.
Whoa.
Oh! Hi, Wojo. How are you?
Happy New Year!
Welcome to the Sports Office.
Oh, are we on the air?
Yeah, we're in the Sports Office right now.
Oh, cool.
You know, Wojo was
How'd
at
you
the
get Rieger
Michigan
in there?
game.
Yeah, well, it's hard to fit Rieger in there, but you know what we were talking about?
With my big head, yeah.
Yeah, right. We were talking about college basketball and the effort that Michigan State gave against Rutgers. I mean, pretty big game. Izzo said he got lucky.
Yeah, well, both teams kind of got a little bit lucky, Michigan as well, but, it sets up the great game Friday. I like that they're both coming off of wins, and we'll find out who rules the state, at least for another month or so, before they play again.
At least for another month. Thanks for dropping in, Wojo. I appreciate it. Hey, Rieger. So what do you think?
I come prepared for you guys.
Okay, that's good. I'm glad you come prepared. What do you think about Michigan State and what you saw against Rutgers and Michigan going out and taking down Nebraska?
All right, so I'm a big Michigan basketball honk. Ever since the Fab Five and even before that, I love Michigan hoops. I didn't go there, so I'm a Walmarter, I guess. But I watched with great intent the Michigan game yesterday, and 19 turnovers. They're abysmal from three. Both these things scare me. And then you talk to Nebraska fans, you're like, oh, you should beat us because we were missing two of our three best players, and the fall discrepancy was ridiculous. But I think that was a great win for Michigan. And then, like Wojo said, I'm actually happy Michigan State found a way to pull it off. I think Rutgers kind of gave it to them. They were up 12 the whole game, hitting shot after shot, then they couldn't hit a free throw. But I like the fact that both teams are going into Friday's game, 2 losses and 1 loss, and it's, 3 in the country versus 7 in the country. And I also think there's going to be a tremendous amount of hate both ways. Finally, a basketball rivalry, Woody.
I know the way you like it. It's always about the hate and the rivalry. I know it's always like that, and it's going to be good. You know what? I'm especially interested in seeing Elliot Cadeau against Jeremy Fears from the guard spot, and also Morez Johnson Jr. and what he can do. And you know what you're going to see from Cohen Carr. But there's also other guys on that Spartans team, like the big men that they have, like Carson Cooper and Jackson Kohler, who can also step up and give you some minutes.
Well, it's interesting, right? Because it's 2 different teams, and it's going to be fascinating. Michigan is one of the best offenses in basketball. Michigan State is one of the best defenses in basketball. I will contend, and people fight me on this all the time, I think when Michigan needs to shut you down, and they've done it all season long, I know they've bludgeoned teams by 40 at times, but they've also had to win games by a point or 2. And I think when they're forced to do so, and they did it last night against Nebraska, I think they can really lock you down. But guard play goes to Michigan State and Jeremy Fears for sure, but I think inside and the interior, it should go to Michigan. I hope Yaxel kind of gets out of his own way. He hasn't played as well. But here's what I'm saying. If Dusty May's watching, I know he is, guys. Greg, is Dusty May
Big fan of the program, yeah.
Let's shoot less threes if you're Michigan. Michigan is not a great three-point shooting team. 22% yesterday. And I feel there's so many empty possessions. They struggle to hit it from beyond the arc. And it's going to be interesting to see if they try to expose MSU inside. But as you mentioned, MSU has some big men that are playing well.
Jeff, to Jeff's point real quick,
go ahead.
He was talking about the defense. Michigan did hold Nebraska scoreless the last 3 minutes and change of that game, and that's what led them to victory.
He was talking about 3-point shots. Jeff, you know what it's like on the court. I mean, a kid makes it 2, and then all of a sudden, I'm hot. I'm putting up shots from everywhere. And that's what we were seeing with Michigan, I think, for a little bit in that game.
Oh, it kills me. It kills me. I mean, listen, I am not Dusty May. I am not a coach, but I've watched enough Michigan basketball to realize they are at best a 24% three-point shooting team. So the other thing, they got NBA guys on this team. So get it down low, get it to their big man Mara, get it to a guy like you mentioned, Mo Johnson. Attack the rim. I see way too many three-point opportunities. Now, to their credit, they run good plays, and they seem to be open. They just cannot, for the life of them, find the bottom of that net.
What about game plan? I mean, we know, we've seen Izzo in action, and we've seen Dusty May a little bit, but head-to-head, what do you expect? Maybe some new wrinkles for each coach, for the other coach?
Well, I think we might see some new wrinkles, but hear me out for a second. I am more interested if there's any at all carryover for what happened at senior day at Michigan State. Now, I know, Woody, we're in the NIL era. I get it. We're in the transfer portal. These kids don't care about the rivalry, we're told. But there are kids on both sides of the ball that remember what happened for that little kissing tradition that MSU likes to do last year. And LJ Kasani was one of the freshmen that stopped Michigan State from kissing the block ass. Roddy Gale, he's going to be on this team, and he was back then. Namari Burnett as well. So I can't wait to see how Dusty prepares his team to go into battle. And you know that his zone's going to be on fire. So I wonder if there's going to be a little bad blood. Like, we don't see rivalries in college sports anymore because these kids essentially are all bought and paid for, and they go to a new school every year.
You know what, Jeff? Perhaps the best way for the Spartans to respond to what Michigan did last year is to blow them out by 30, and then it doesn't matter what's happening at the end of the game when guys go down to kiss the floor or do whatever they want to do. That would be the best way, but I understand what you're saying because there was a little bit of bad blood, and I didn't believe it last year when guys were saying, "Oh, that's a tradition? I didn't know that was a tradition." This is what they know what's going on there.
Of
You
course.
know
Are you
it, right?
kidding me?
Everybody knew it.
They know.
I like the fact that Michigan decided to try to stop them. Now, granted, it was a bad look because they lost the game, and if I remember correctly, they lost by double digits.
Right.
But at the same time, I think I love the rivalry stuff, guys. I like the poison. I like the venom. And I think college sports is at its best when the two sides legitimately hate each other. And when it was Beeline and Izzo, I don't think they ever actually hated each other. But I think there's a great chance that if this continues and both teams continue to be good, I think there's a chance that Dusty and Tom might actually get to a strong dislike towards each other, which would be great for the rivalry.
Yeah, but Rieger, come on now. You know it yourself. We're seeing transfer portal. We're seeing NIL. Guys are not staying that long. I mean,
They're mercenaries.
How are you going to get a rivalry going when, as Greg Cantor just said, they're a bunch of mercenaries at times going for the cash?
But see, this is my hope. You still got the same coaches, right?
Hey,
you
hope
still
is
got
not a
some of the same
strategy.
players.
Hope is not a strategy.
I agree. That's the one thing I miss the most about college sports, the hatred. It's all out the freaking window.
Well, you know
Do you know what
Here's-
Izzo does? Sorry to interrupt
ahead.
you, but you know what Izzo has been able to do so far is keep guys like Cooper, Kohler, these guys that have
Yes.
been there multiple years.
Mm-hmm.
So Izzo, that's going to be his style until he just is done, and so he can keep guys there. He can build that.
In
hatred.
fact, didn't we see Izzo doing a little bit of that last night for the guys in Rutgers, saying, hey, don't leave this program, stay with this program
he
because
did?
the head coach
Yes.
is a solid guy and all that kind of stuff. I mean, yeah, Izzo is an old school guy and wants to see those rivalries continue. And I admit, Jeff, I think I'm with you. I like rivalries myself, but again, in these days of transfer portals and things, I mean, think about the high school level, Jeff. I mean, we're getting NIL down there.
No.
41 states now, including Michigan. Okay, now allow high school kids for NIL, where they can make money off of their social media and stuff like that. So I mean, it's out the window.
But Woody, go back to your guys, Catholics versus convicts. Yeah, Miami. By the way, my condolences to your team. I thought about you a couple weeks ago.
Thank you. I
that
appreciate
was
that.
true. What's that?
Thank you. I appreciate that.
That was true hate. I miss that kind of stuff.
Oh, maybe we can revisit some of that hate as we move on. But
It's going to be high energy. It's
It
going to
is.
be Friday night in East Lansing. Big game, interstate rivalry.
Where can you watch that again?
TV. National TV. That game's right here on Fox.
gotta love that. You know what? Hey, in the show, I had a break now, but hey, Jeff, can you hang on because I want to talk Red Wings with you on the other side of the break? Can you do that?
Let's do it. Is there panic in Hockey Town after the loss yesterday?
Talk to Wojo. He might be able to clue you in on that.
Wojo, can you say it? Panic in Hockey Town.
Oh, there's more of the Sports Office right after this. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Sports Office, practicing carving your eye out with our hockey stick here. Hey, listen.
Teacher says,
did you hear that?
Teacher
There was a
says every
buzz.
time a bell rings, an angel gets his wings.
So is that what happened?
What is that from? What movie is that from?
Oh, that's from Wonderful Life.
Of course.
Yeah, we
Look
know
at
that.
Old school, man. Old school. I love
look at
that.
Come on now.
Teacher says every time a bell rings, an angel gets his wings.
A leftover Christmas reference.
I love
Thank
that.
you very much, Rich Ludeman. All right, hey, I have the hockey stick. Jeff Rieger is back with us. Let's talk about the Red Wings right now, okay? This team stumbled a little bit last time out, but right now, what are they, Rieger? 1 point behind Tampa Bay in the Atlantic?
Guys, they have 69 points. Nothing?
Were you waiting?
No. Like I said,
I was thinking about it, but
69 points, 1 point behind Tampa Bay. Isn't that correct?
So I have to let you in on a little something. I've been in this business for a very long time, like you guys have as well. Now, nothing really surprises me anymore. But yesterday, a 97-1 I did inside Hockey Town with the great Ken Kale and Paul Woods after they lost to the Kings 3-1.
Right.
You would not believe how many fans called in and were freaking out after one loss Coming up the road, those games are hard to play, but fans are convinced there's going to be another March swoon. You got a 10-point lead in the cut line for the postseason, and I think a lot of people are like, please don't let it happen to us again.
You see, Jeff, this is why we can't have nice things. Because people don't understand. They have to let the seasons play out. You can't live and die one game after the other. This is how you get crushed as a fan. Because now, what are you thinking as a fan if you're along that line, Greg Canner? You're thinking, oh my God, the next game is the most important game.
Well, there's so many, the extreme fan, as I call them,
where
it's like in leagues like hockey, hoop, and baseball, if you're going nuts after each win-loss and you're making decisions, they lose a game, fire everybody. They win a game, we're going all the way.
Right.
It's like you can't live like that. Football you get because there's so few games, but they're playing well overall.
Yes, they are.
And the Olympic break will be very interesting. Actually, Tom McClellan said today after practice, he was talking about how interesting it's going to be after the Olympic break because teams are going to be off for so long. He said it's almost like another season, a new training camp they're going to do like a week prior to playing again. And you're going to see a lot of teams. Some are going to do well. Some are not going to do so well. They hope to keep it up, though.
What do you think the Wings are going to do, Jeff Rieger? I mean, after a scenario like that.
Well, I think a lot of people are going to worry about it, right? But I agree with Greg. By the way, Greg's Capitals come to town tomorrow, so
I'm aware.
Yeah, they're the floundering Capitals.
Yeah, I tried to take the word floundering out of Woody's script today when he referred to the Capitals.
Left it in
but
Flounder.
Well, I actually think the Wings got a little bit unlucky yesterday because the Kings were supposed to play in Columbus the night before the game got canceled.
Right.
So they didn't have to play the second game of a back-to-back. But I think they get a little lucky tomorrow because the Capitals have to come all the way from Seattle. They're flying, and then they're going to play tomorrow. They just lost 5-1 yesterday. So I think it's a great chance for the Wings to kind of get back on it. But these games are huge right before the break because they play back-to-back games against the Avalanche, the team with the most points in the NHL. If they do well in those games, home and home, I think fans are going to be like, yeah, we're good. Stevie, go out and get us a forward, get us a defenseman at the trade deadline. If they lose 3 of the next 4, which is possible too, I guess, before the Olympic break, I think a lot of fans are going to be like, uh-oh, I'm nervous now. But they're playing great hockey. Now, they're without Simon Edvinsson. They're going to get him back after the Olympic break. He's dearly missed. Their netminder, John Gibson, has been Vezina good. He's 17-3 in his last 20 games. And Cam Talbot's been good as well. I know people want to focus on the last game. It's a show-me-now business. But the Wings have been truly impressive. It is a tough Eastern Conference, and they're finding a way to be right up there as far as they might have home ice in a first-round series, first time ever at Little Caesars Arena. So I think they're on the right track. They impressed the hell out of me. And you guys mentioned McClellan. He's a great coach.
Jeff, you mentioned it before where they play back-to-back games. They've played a lot of those this first part of the season, and I don't think they'll be having too many more of those on the way out. So that also helps out as far as the scheduling goes after this Olympic break. And the crazy thing for me, Jeff, the Olympic break, it's not like the Four Nations thing where it's like, a week and a half. This is like 2.5 weeks of being away from this. So, yeah, I'm very concerned about coming up after they come back.
The good thing is they played more hockey than any team in the NHL. So if the break is going to discombobulate you, like Tampa Bay has, I think, 3 games in hand, then it's good for the Wings considering they've already banked their points, right? So maybe Tampa loses those extra games in hand. But I think a lot of people are wondering and worrying about the Olympic break. But to Greg's point, they're going to have another training camp. And you're going to have some guys playing like Lucas Raymond and obviously Dylan Larkin.
Right.
And they're going to be playing in Italy in the Olympics. But I think this team is good enough. I really do, to not only make the playoffs, but dare I say, maybe make a little hay in the first round as long as it's not a team against like Florida, who obviously is trying to get in, and they would be really difficult to play in the first round. But I've been super impressed with what I've seen, and I think fans should be too.
What about the signing for Ben Sherratt? Warranted?
Yes, he's playing some good hockey. That defense has been really good too. And it's funny because go back to the first couple of weeks, guys, John Gibson really was dealing with it. And he was giving up 4 and 5 goals a game. And then something crazy happened. They started blocking more shots. They
Yeah.
started playing better in front of them. And this team blocks shots better than almost any team in the NHL. When you get Edvinsson back, they're a really good defense. And I think Ben Sherratt is a great culture, grit fit here in Detroit. And I think Steve Yzerman, listen, he's taking a lot of heat, rightfully so, right? But he's kind of on a heater, right? Sherratt has worked out.
Yeah.
I think James Van Riemsdyk has worked out.
For
Mason
sure.
Appleton has worked out. John Gibson has worked out. There might come a time where we might have to say, Steve, sorry, bro.
And blocking
might
shots
have
and
to.
stuff is what wins in the playoffs too.
I'm sorry, say it again?
Blocking shots and stuff like that's what wins in the playoffs.
Now,
So-
the stat today was he's only one of 2 NHL players that have blocked 100 shots and had 100 hits this year. So, yeah, he's definitely doing the dirty work for this team. And obviously, we're happy that he's getting paid for it. You know what, Jeff? In the time that's remaining, let me chat about the Pistons really quick here. All right, Detroit. It's
going to have to be really quick.
Big win over Denver. What do you think moving forward? They got Phoenix next.
Everybody's asking. I'm going to totally derail this. Should they get Giannis or not, guys? He's going to become available. The Bucks are listening to offers. Should you pair Giannis up with Cade Cunningham? Could you imagine?
I say no. I say no.
I say no, too. He's too injury prone. And he'd cost a ton. And
He'd cost
he'd have
a
to
ton.
extend.
Yes, you would have to do all that. So, yeah, I would say no on Giannis. But I will say yes on Jeff Rieger. Thanks a lot for coming in tonight, Jeff. We appreciate it. Thanks for giving us the tour of 97.1, the palatial offices you have there. And thanks for saying hi to that crazy guy that we all know.
Wait, hold on. I got somebody else for you real quick.
Okay,
Somebody
who
else
you got?
for Hold on.
Who you got? Oh, it's Will Birchfield. Hey, Georgie, how are you? Good to see you. Everybody's
Another
there
friend of the
tonight. Look at that.
program.
You know what the best part is? It's a night shift over there. Guys are working late at night. I like it. I like it over there.
Scrappy.
All right. Hey, thanks a lot, Jeff Rieger. We appreciate it. Come on back in anytime you want to the sports office. All right, look, I got to take another break. There's more on the other side. We'll be right back. Straight out of Detroit, crazy weatherman named Ludeman. Woo! Practicing my rap. How was
Nice.
that? Pretty good,
That was
wasn't it?
outstanding,
That's pretty
man.
good, wasn't it?
And it's a good thing you stopped at that line. 'cause we don't-
Exactly. There you go. So, yeah. And the time remaining, let's see. What is there to reflect on, Greg?
What about Super Bowl picks? I mean,
Let's
we're
have
still
it.
a week and a half away.
Let's have it. Who
I'm
you
not
got?
emotionally involved. Seattle,
This
New
is-
England, I
maybe
am
this
not
is-
emotionally involved.
Maybe this is the best way to do it.
I just
when
want to
you're
see a
not
good game.
emotionally
I just
involved.
want to see a close game.
Who you got?
New England.
New England.
There you go.
That's you shrug your shoulders.
New
That's
England.
it?
Yeah, I'm
Dude,
not a
no,
big
They've
no,
won
no.
enough. It's
I
enough.
am
Seattle.
I am staying on point with Seattle and
Yes.
Sam Darnold. I'm riding that train all the way to the final station. Maybe Sam Darnold can get it done. Who knows? Maybe you guys can come in next time into the Zoom room. Who knows? The invitation is there. The QR code is there. The number's here. I want to see you next time here in the sports office. I'll see you.